Hello everyone, my name is Mrpyfer, and today we'll take a look at the 5 most haunted places in Florida. Number 5. Blue Anchor Bar. For 100 years or more, the Blue Anchor Bar has been haunted by the spirit of a young woman called Bertha Starkley, who was stabbed to death at the bar by her jealous seafaring husband after he found her in the arms of another man. Her footsteps and spine-chilling wails were often heard by employees after the pub closed for the night, and even today, at its Delray Beach location, the haunting appears to continue. Strange, unexplained events have been documented in a host of TV and newspaper accounts. Supposedly, most of the activity can be heard from underneath the bar, and a wailing sound is sometimes reported by customers in the women's restroom. Number 4. Umatilla Cemetery. Female screams, calls for help, and other strange noises are heard in the cemetery late at night. Lots of orbs and mist photos have been taken here. Most of the activity centers on the older selection near the back of the cemetery. Most eyewitness accounts are consistent with at least one of 2 stories, one of which is going there expecting to see paranormal activity and finding nothing too unusual, leaving the area and experiencing what can only be described as personal hauntings. The other witness accounts consist of the usual paranormal activity you would expect from a place like this. Horrible noises, mostly hysterical crying, calls for help, and threats from ghostly voices. Number 3. Norman Hall, University of Florida. Norman Hall is an historic academy building on the eastern campus of the University of Florida in Gainesville. It was designed by the architect Rudolph Weaver in the Gothic style and built in 1932. It originally housed the university's research and development primary and secondary schools, but now is the principal building of the university's College of Education. It is located on US 441 near the southwest corner of Southwest 3rd Avenue and Southwest 12th Street in Gainesville. On January 26, 1990, it was added to the U.S. National Register of Historical Places. Supposedly, several children have died in an elevator accident here years ago, and their spirits are still heard and seen skipping around the 3rd floor at night, laughing and running without a care in the world. Students are informed to ignore any of the strange occurrences unless it is past 10 p.m., and there has been an extra increase in patrol at night as a precaution. Number 2. The Riddle House. Death has been in and around the Riddle House since it was built in the early 1900s. First used as a funeral parlor, and later as a private residence, the home has seen its share of tragedy. The first ghostly legend attached to this seemingly normal house is that of a big man named Buck, who once worked for the cemetery. The local legend states that Buck was killed in town after an argument spun out of control. Buck's ghost has been seen walking the grounds around the house and on the porch of the cottage where cemetery workers would often take their meals. In the 1920s, Carl Riddle became the first city manager and superintendent of the public works. The city of West Palm Beach offered the former gatekeeper's cottage as a residence for Riddle. In addition to his duties as city manager, Riddle was also to oversee the cemetery. During the private unveiling of the Riddle House in Yesteryear Village, 2 unexpected guests showed up to the reception. Dressed in early 20th century garb, many commented on how dashing the pair looked. Those in attendance assumed the couple to be actors. When an old photo showing the original Riddle House was unveiled, attendees were shocked to see the couple in the photo. The out-of-place guest could not be found. During his tenure of the house, one of Riddle's employees encountered financial difficulties. He became despondent and withdrawn from his family. Seeing no other way out, Riddle's employee hung himself from the rafters of the attic. After the tragedy, the beam used to hold the rope was permanently removed from the top story of the home. Number 1. Artist House, Key West. Built between 1890 and 1898, and formerly known as the home of the celebrated Key West painter Robert Eugene Otto, the Artist House is an architectural gem. Mr. and Miss Otto had a son named Robert Eugene Otto, or Gene, as he was called. The elder Ottos were known to be very stern people, and rumor has it that they were very harsh to their servants. One of the workers for the Otto family was a Bohemian woman, who served as Gene's nanny. She spent many hours every day with the boy, while his wealthy parents traveled around the world. Apparently, the boy and the nanny formed a quite strong bond, which was sadly severed upon a disagreement with Miss Otto. As the story goes, the nanny was rather unkindly dismissed from the service by the Otto family. Before leaving Gene's side for good, his faithful nanny made a gift for him. She presented him with a hand-sewn straw doll made in the boy's likeness. Gene immediately became attached to this new companion and carried the doll with him wherever he went. The doll was given Gene's birth name of Robert, and all around town the boy could be seen with his doll wearing their matching sailor suits, never leaving each other's side. Now here's where the story takes a creepy turn. As time went on, Gene's relationship with the doll began to change. Servants would report hearing Gene playing in his room having conversations with Robert, and they claimed that they would hear a second, deeper voice speaking, although no one else was in the playroom at the time. At first, most dismissed it as their overactive imagination, but the incidents continued and grew worse. The conversations between the boy and the doll started to become heated, alarming even Miss Otto. At one point, it is said that Miss Otto grew so worried that she burst into the room to find Gene cowering in a corner with Robert sitting on the chair, facing the boy. People began to speculate that the Bohemian nanny was supposedly skilled in voodoo, or may have cursed the doll to bring pain to the family. When Mr. Otto passed away, the doll was displayed in the Fort East Martello Museum. One legend about Robert is that in order to take his picture or videotape him, you must politely ask for his permission first. Failure to do so will result in all manner of misfortune to he who dared to capture Robert's likeness without his consent. Furthermore, if you're bold enough to take his picture without his permission, the only way to make the bad fortune cease is to write a letter to Robert, asking for his forgiveness. If you enjoyed today's list, please leave a like or a comment, as it really encourages me to make more. And if you have a state you would like to see done in the next video, please suggest it, as I plan to do all 50 states, one video at a time, just like this. Now, until next time, stay safe.